was Mahomes getting 500 milli.
100.
I think it was 503.
Yeah.
With the incentives and the bonuses and stuff.
Yeah.
So with everything, he's making, I think it's $1.60 a second.
Yeah, I saw that breakdown. I was so
wait, but that's not on field. That's 24 hours.
Period. Yeah, he's making $1.86.
I think per sneeze, he makes like $9 or $10. Like if it's a good bout of sneezing, that's pretty impressive. Per shit, I don't know how long he shits, but that's like at least $100.
It's good money, man.
It's good money. Although, if you look at the breakdown of it, like Mahomes is a stud, but he'll probably get the majority of it. And I think it fully vests if he gets injured. I think that's the best part of the contract. So if he gets injured, it's fully guaranteed. And that's crazy. So they are going to have to protect the shit out of Pat Mahomes. But I think I looked at the breakdown, and I think Mike Trout's contract, because it's fully guaranteed, and I think, what was it, $384 million, is still technically the highest ever. But like, I don't see Pat Mahomes like falling off unless Andy Reid has a heart attack or like retires or something.
I'll put that juju in the air.
62?
Huh?
I think Andy Reid's 62?
Yeah. I mean, he can make it to the next 10. But I mean, Andy Reid leaves behind a good coaching staff when he leaves too. So should he decide to retire, I think they'll be fine. But god damn, that's a lot of money.
Did you see him when they were interviewing Andy and he put on his, like he said, he was celebrating properly, so put on his favorite Tommy Bahama shirt? Like, it was just great.
Yeah.
Just him in his Hawaiian shirt. Look, I think that the contract itself, like, I think, at least on this podcast, I know I've said that I will go down and already saying that Patrick Mahomes will be the greatest quarterback that's ever lived. I've never seen this amount of talent ever. And I think it's the Kansas City Chiefs realizing we have the greatest quarterback that has ever lived, and we're going to pay him accordingly. Because, I mean, if you even look at the quotes, what he was saying back in 2018, like, oh, shit, I just learned how to sort of start reading defenses. I've just been playing. Like, the ceiling, we have no idea how high the ceiling is with this dude could be. And he doesn't get hit a lot. He's very smart when it comes to getting rid of the football, getting out of pocket, like doing things to protect himself. I see the Raiders tears just streaming down through your cap brim. It's going to be a long 10 years for your ASOS.
It's going to be a long 10 years just for the NFL, period.
We play these motherfuckers twice a year.
You're going to lose twice a year for a decade. It's all that money. But it's like, I know that we've talked a lot about like making sure you're trying to get as much talent as you can under that rookie quarterback contract. And if you look at what Patrick Mahomes' contract was before he got to payday, the Chiefs were getting away with murder. But, I mean, it's just how the rookie contracts work.
They still are, though, because it's an extension. So the next 2 years, he's still under the rookie deal.
Yeah, it's 12.
He's great.
It's 12, isn't it? Technically, it's 12 years. Yeah.
They're great. Now, I mean, I do look at, in a sense of looking at sports overall right now, I think basketball is about to run into a similar issue with what's happening with COVID. If I'm already hearing through certain circles that every sporting, like at least when it comes to the NBA, they're looking at 2021 as being a fanless season off the break. So I mean, if you got the NFL, who I know that you've had certain organizations who've been talking about bringing that capacity to 1/3 or 2/3, depending on what stadium I've heard, like the Packers say one thing, and then there's been I know the Ravens just said something.
Florida is 25%. Like,
and that's the most reckless of all the states. So, like, if there's a situation where they don't have that revenue coming in from the games, there's a chance that salary cap might not be what it was, depending on things going forward. And if that's the case, I don't know how much this hamstrings Kansas City. Now, I will say that Patrick Mahomes is good enough to cover up a lot of things. Like, the closest you could probably get to him as far as just saying that there's a quarterback on the field, and as long as you have him on the field, you're going to be in the conversation, will probably be Aaron Rodgers as far as just being like a one-man team. Brady always got to needed help, and in the clutch moments, you just got to get him there, get Brady to the dance, and he can take care of shit.
Yeah, he can dance, but he just needs a little motivation.
He needs a little motivation. He needs to get there. But Mahomes and Rodgers in his prime, and I'm a huge believer that Rodgers fallen off. But Rodgers in his prime is he will put the team on his fucking back. I don't care what kind of team you got. He's going to get you to the dance. Now, whether or not you can execute when you're there, that's something different. Mahomes is a different fucking beast, man. He's a monster. And as long as they still got some of the weapons on that offense, which right now I love what it is their team looks like, I'm automatic. I mean, you got to say the Super Bowl favorites going on this year.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's probably conditions in everybody's contract where they can kind of Bobby Bonilla it a little bit. Like if there's a fanless season, like, okay, we're going to take that automatically restructures so that next year you get, regardless of whether you're playing for us or not, you get like $2 million more, but we got to take it away this year because we don't have the money for it or something like that. I mean, but for Patrick Mahomes, oh no, $2 million I'm not getting this year, but the $484 million I'll get over the next 9. Okay. Like he can buy houses in he is 5 Albert Hainsworths. That's what he's.
Why you got to bring his name up? Watch Sully this great conversation with that piece of shit's name.
That's
Marcus Russell.
So much money.
So much
money.
Look, I will say this in the grand scheme of things when it comes to Kaepernick. When it comes to Mahomes, the fact that you also have Mahomes has been like, if you watch that video where they're talking about Black Lives Matter, he's at the forefront of that shit, and the dude is getting his payday behind actually standing behind a cause and everything. Now feels like a new day, to a certain degree. I mean, there's still some things need to work on. Kaepernick should still be on the scene, but Mahomes being the face of the league at this point, that fucking Kermit the Frog sounding motherfucker, he's just, I'm so excited to see what happens going forward. Now, what I also say from a Kansas City Chiefs standpoint, if they win a Super Bowl this year, they win a Super Bowl next year. If they can go 3 and out, if they go 3 in a row, I don't give a fuck if you win another Super Bowl for the next 7 years. It's worth it. Your contract has already proven itself to be worth it.
Yeah, you made the contract worth it. It's like watching the Yankees. Like they have tons of people with 100, 120, 140, $200 million contracts, but they win. They don't win every year. They win a shit ton. And so to them, it's worth it. And if Kansas City wants to go after that model, so I'm all for it. I love watching the Chiefs.
I mean,
love Andy Reid.
I look at all three of us as being fans of loser-ass teams, except mainly the other Washington teams, which I'm kind of, But all of us follow fucking losing franchises. You're a fucking Bills fan. You're a Raiders fan. I'm a Washington football team fan. If somebody told me that we could win a Super Bowl next year and then never win another game for a decade, give me the fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Because I've already gone through losing the last 30 years. I just want to win.
Yeah. Just one feels so good.
Yes. One feels amazing. I just want to feel the one.
Yeah. I've had the Caps, and that's it. So.
Yeah, Washington's kind of turned into it. I take that back.
But I mean, like we've gotten pretty far though.
Yeah, but coming up short feels worse than than the winning.
So you'd rather like 20 years ago you got more tuck rules and getting stomped the fuck out by Tampa Bay compared to just winning one and then like going back to feeling like a loser, but at least you have the one. That's all you want to do is get some dance. I'm sick and tired of following like the Washington football team.
That's the worst feeling. The Mets got to the World Series.
My fandom.
That's the World. We got to the World Series.
Everybody in school.
Hold on, your fandom was solidified with the Raiders because you lost.
In the Super Bowl, yeah. Like I was emotionally invested at that point.
Yeah, there's no turning back.
Volumes to your personality and character now. Jesus.
If I'm emotionally invested, then I'm emotionally invested. If someone's going to talk shit to me, like downplay me as a person because of the team I rep, then yeah, I'm riding. I mean, like you gonna get these hands and you can get these words.
You're not coming after my chickens.
What Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan bullied you in grade school?
No Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan bullied me. I wasn't bullied, but people like I'm from PG County. Like we talk shit about sports like a lot. So. Yeah, like if my team loses, 48-24 or something stupid shit like that, if we get destroyed, and then they're like, damn, James. And I'm like the only Raiders fan in school. Like, damn, James. Damn.
In PG County, Maryland.
Like after like 5 dams, I'm like, all right, come on, let's go to the football field. I'm running routes now. Come on. Come get this work.
It was 48-21. Just
whatever.
I'm just saying. It'd be like, I'm a huge fan of this team because they fought valiantly. No, my team got stomped the fuck out, and I'm ride or die for them.
No. I was raised as a fan, so I'm just a fan. But I didn't really care about like sports in general, like about teams. I loved the game. I didn't care about teams. Like I love Jerry Rice because like how he worked, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then it went from all right. Now I'm emotionally invested because people are coming at me. There's emotion there.
So you were a player fan and then became a fan of the team, is what you're saying.
I was a player. I was a fan of the game, just the game.
Oh yeah.
And then like I had an allegiance to a team, but I wasn't emotionally invested.
You weren't watching 165 of their games.
Fuck no. But not every second.
Nobody does.
I
I would just say if you were a fan of football, I would follow a team that knows how to play.
Yeah, it's tough to find those though, because
I wouldn't follow a team that's racist though.
Well, that's
I was
probably
born this way, sir. I
hate myself.
I was born this way. Like
kill your masters, motherfucker. I've changed. People can change.
You're
like
still a Redskins fan.
like I grew up
I
like
don't say
right
the
around
team
like the
name
Bay
anymore.
Area, listening to like NWA and Tupac, like with like Raider gear on. Like that's where I came from. So I felt in, like with the team for that reason in itself. And then I fell in love with the game of football in general. Then it just all came together. After that, the same thing with my fandom for the Mavericks. 2006, when we lost to the Heat in the finals, I was in Cali. That was a hard summer.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
I think your experience is more like riding around the Bay Area trying to understand what the fuck E40 was saying while singing Skilo, I wish.
It wasn't E40. It was NWA and Tupac. Yeah, you're right.
E40.
E40.
I believe is how
But
it's
he's from
the Bay.
I'm from
Is
where
it
he's from.
Skilo from the Bay?
I don't know. I only know that one song.
I
know
wish.
I'm from where E40's from.
Yeah, it's like it's the Raiders theme song.
No, it's
Skilo?
not.
Pilo?
Your theme song is "You Wish You Didn't Pay Albert Hansworth."
Yeah, that is.
It's
true.
a done deal. Dan Snyder's about to lose the team. And I'm going to get a new team name. Red Wolves, baby!
I heard
It's
Warriors
gonna be the
was
Red
also.
Wolves?
I heard
I love
Warriors
that.
was like high up on the list too.
The Red Dragons.
That's not going to happen. Why are you laughing at Red Dragon?
I mean, it's
So
kind of.
Rush Hour 3.
It's a sight movie.
Oh yeah.
I don't like the Rush Hour movies.
Oh, I love them.
Yeah.
I love them so much.
She-
All right,
she-
what's next?
All right. So you mentioned Kaepernick earlier.